How long have you been with your wife? And is your wife marital or common law?
We are common law 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah.
All right.
Right, in that 5 years, she did far from by her mother, she had to go by her mother. But one thing I always want to say, right, to the world in this, a woman always know herself. Whether she lying or speaking the truth, she always know herself. But it's better the other woman who have boys as friends than a woman who have girls as friends.
Okay.
Right? Because you actually know how to trust. No, my son actually here, right? I am want to call him right?
No, it's fine. You don't need to call his name.
Yeah. He claimed that, right? He can't get his wife pregnant. But I want to pretend just to prove to myself that I'm the father. And I'm the only big man can say this. If I am not the father, I will let the father take care of the child. I will give up my rights for being a father for this child.
So you're saying the person that she was communicating with, she being your common law wife, you're saying that your son believes that that gentleman could be the father
of the child.
And what do you believe?
I believe to myself it is mine.
Is that what your wife is telling you?
Well, my wife told me it is mine.
Okay.
Right? And if it's not mine, let the man take his child and do his part. Mine, I take full responsibility again to do my duties as a father.
So, Mr. B, I must admit you look like a more mature person. And I'm looking at your wife in the background. She looks as if she's a little younger. So how old are you?
I'm only 60 years young.
No, excellent. 60 years young. And how old is your wife?
24 years old.
24, you do good, Mr. B. you do good, Mr. B. You do good. I mean, I'll kick aside.
A man is as old as he look.
Correct.
And as young as he feel.
Correct. So you
I never consider myself to be old.
Excellent. And you look really well. You look really well. So, Mr. B, we don't want to take too much of your time down here, and we don't want to take too much of your time outside there. We want to get going because we have to head back up to North to do the paternity test.
Correct.
And we're going to organize transportation to come back down to Princestown for you. All right? Okay. So I want you guys, you and your wife, to organize yourself. We're back. On Daddy's Maybe, right here on HODP. Once again, it's your boy Smitty alongside
Joshua Alexander.
So we just saw the recap of sorts, not everything, but we just saw the recap. And I must admit, you see that part about the age gap? Watch me. If you know after this how people start to give me licks, like I was with the wife. Is it such a problem for that age gap? The woman literally calling me and telling me that Mr. B took advantage. What you think about that? I personally, I see nothing wrong, people. I see nothing wrong with an age gap. The stars in certain countries do it. What do you think?
No, well, I would watch it in a way that first we begin, what is acceptable then? If we have to narrow down things.
You're talking about social norms?
Yeah. What will be acceptable? Because should we have people call and tell us what is an appropriate age?
I think so.
You know, like, or they could call 476-7115, and you all could give us your feedback as well.
Please.
Right? The number to call is 476-7115.
On WhatsApp.
Right? On WhatsApp calls only. And trust me, Ollie, the thing that I pick up is that what is going to be acceptable? Is it a 20 to 50, or a 30 to 40, or 40 to 80? Like,
on a real, I genuinely feel as if it's a man and woman thing. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but I feel it's the truth. It's a man and woman thing. It is acceptable. Let me back it up a little bit. It's not that it's acceptable. It's expected that an older man is going to want a younger girl. That's what people think that men want. But majority of the women who are at a certain age don't want to make children. And that is the truth.
No, well, today I had a conversation with one of my friends, and he was like, the girl is 24, the man in his 60s. So it's like, come on. Is it that Mr. B is portraying to be like a sugar daddy because he's looking for some kind of affection that he probably never got, or he wants to how to say? He wants to ignite?
Yeah, but
reignite?
Joshua, what kind of sugar daddy could Mr. B be?
Right.
What kind of sugar daddy can he be if it is he getting pension? What are you telling me? Well, you're trying to tell me that there's women outside there that go after or prey on pensioners? We have a caller? Okay. Caller?
How can I tell live on daddies? Maybe talk to us through the phone and not through the live, right?
Good people.
Yes.
How will you could say? First of all, how will you could say Badree is a sugar daddy?
No, oh God, come on. At the end of the day, it's night. And you had a face where I tell what Trinidadians would expect.
Badree is not no sugar daddy. First of all, you're no sugar daddy. Probably a sugar replacement. But what I'm saying is, I find like the appropriate age group is about at 10 to 15 years. Badree looking to triple that young lady age.
Oh, wow.
So
Badree beat the milk out of that girl's face for sure.
So what about young ladies that are looking for that father figure then? What do you say about that?
Look to God.
I don't want
They look for no man out here.
guys out there. I don't want it to be, like a funny thing.
If a man like Badree, they'll already stay out.
So you think it's inappropriate for a man that age to be with a 24-year-old?
Do not come like, he daughter.
Okay, yes. But do you think it's inappropriate? It may be okay, but do you think it's inappropriate?
That is very inappropriate. It should be a law.
Oh, wow. All right, caller.
Oh, wait, I understand that. So, like, there's an age that you are allowed to enter intimacy with. And, like, you gotta be 18 years and over. So, what about when it's time to stop?
It for a man, it don't have no time to stop, brother. It have no time to stop. Anyway, it don't have no time to stop. Anyway, guys, check this. We have any more callers? No? We have a caller? All right.
Hey, hello, good night, you're live on Daddies, maybe.
Hello? Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes,
good night.
Good night. Talk to us on the phone and not through the line.
Hello, good night.
Yes, night. Talk to us.
And you all just asked about the young ladies looking for a sugar daddy.
All right, go ahead. What's your comment on that?
So what I believe that they should go for counseling rather than that.
Okay. So do you think it's inappropriate for a man of that age, or do you think it's inappropriate to have that type of gap in the age group?
Do I think that
it's inappropriate?
That a man of that age is inappropriate?
Yes, to be with a woman who's 24. Do you think it's inappropriate?
Yes.
Really?
Don't you?
So
I believe so.
So you would not go for an older man? An older man that just
not that old.
Okay, so let's assume the older man had money and he could take care of you and whatever children you had.
Okay, now you're making me waver because you are things them young boys don't have.
So now the option increase.
I don't be so loud. Guys, this is not a laughing matter. I want you all to know it's not a laughing matter, but with your calling in, it does give us a little bit of, jokey joke, but this is not a laughing matter. This is actually some serious business that we're talking about. But caller, my last question. If it was the other way around, just as Mr. B is, he is 60 something, the woman is 20 something, right? It was the other way around, and he was wealthy. Would you give the woman wrong for being with him? Remember, you put yourself in the position. Would you give her wrong for being with him?
Do you even mention the wealth?
Of course. So if the lady was his age and he was the young boy,
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch it around. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's switch it around. Yes.
No, I wouldn't give her wrong.
No one. You see, it is very,
I
very
wouldn't give her.
one-sided. Very, very one-sided, guys.
I feel that lady probably related to this. She have a kind of bacchanal spirit, like a queen of bacchanal kind of vibes.
Wow. Okay.
I get that kind of energy just now.
Okay, guys. The statements from Joshua does not relate to.
Watch this. Don't study my statement. So let me tell you something here.
But this.
Let me tell you something here. Here, right
now, for those of you who watching, we actually looking at some comments that were left for us
on TikTok.
On TikTok. But I want to tell you something too. We were told to go and ask questions. So we did. We went and we asked questions. And we have some questions of our own that we would like clarified. Keep that in mind. So let's say.
So there's this comment here where someone says, so at 24, he didn't expect her to be fertile. If this is his pat on the shoulder, it's guaranteed. So the other question I go watch here, we can move from that quick.
No.
You did.
Do we have some clips, questions, comments?
Yeah.
Do we have? No, but do we have any You have a caller?
Hey, we're coming rapid tonight, boy.
That's what we're talking about.
Hello, good night. Hello?
Hi, good night.
Yes, good night.
Welcome to Daddy's Baby.
Good night. Just listen to this segment here. And to put my 2 cents in, I think it is some perspective and some nature of the situation, because you could meet a 24-year-old
right,
that is very, very mature and to connect to someone that is older. Right. Whereas sometimes you can meet an older person that may be able to connect to somebody who is significantly younger because they are not sufficiently mature.
Agreed.
You know, so it's based on a number of different perspectives that you have to look at it in different contexts now. You know?
I totally agree with you.
And some people end up in some situationships based on their circumstances. You know, so a young lady may end up with an older guy because, you know, she has been with guys around her age and that just didn't make sense to her. You know, just, you know, take up her ride, take her emotions, feelings, all these things, and it just didn't make sense. So she decided to go around somebody who has a little more experience, a little more loving, a little more caring, and, you know, she just feels more comfortable there. But once it's a consenting adult, I don't think age makes much of a difference, you know?
All right, caller. Well, much thanks for your opinion. And I must admit, I believe I agree with you. You know, if it's consenting adults, I see nothing wrong with you know, two adults saying what they want to do. You know?
But then remember the information that the public has is that they are in a relationship for 5 years now. So that would mean that Mr. B and the young lady would have been courting at the age of 18, 19 probably. She would have been around 18, 19.
So, yes, I understand that. But let's not go down that road because that is not Jiggles Entertainment and HODP business. That is not our business. We
Correct.
We have
call again.
We have another caller.
Laps. Yes, hello, good night. Live on Daddy's Maybe.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
I think everybody missed the biggest point of that. Yes, she's 24, but they're together 5 years now. So that means Uncle B, the sugar granddaddy, not the sugar daddy,
right,
was with this young lady since she's 19 years.
Right.
And I see that can never be right.
Why would you say that?
None of we in face. That's enough. Imagine you as a father, big brother, right?
Right.
A father.
Right.
40 something years to this young lady. And watching this young lady with this big old man, I'm gonna keep it respectable. How would you feel?
You see, you're playing on my heartstrings, you know. You're genuinely playing.
No, because that man robbing that little child that she youth. She's a child.
So big brother, listen to what we're saying, eh? Listen to what we're saying. We just saw a snippet of a comment where the person basically saying the opposite, that the woman basically robbing the man. So
no, well, that person, listen, why that person was that big brother. That's what I'm telling you. Who feels it, knows it. So that person don't know what's going on there. They can't understand what's going on because they're not in the situation. But I'm going back again to ask you, as you as a father, big brother, you, Mr. Jiggle, watching your 19-year-old daughter with a 50-something, 60-something-year-old man, how would you feel?
Yeah, boy.
You can't say that, boy.
I definitely can't answer because I wouldn't feel good about it. I wouldn't feel good about it.
We have the results, you know. We have the results here today, but we have to wait. Just wait.
Right?
Comment soon. That's the whole point of the show and all.
Who feels it knows it, in other words. That's why I want to leave you with tonight.
Who feels it knows it.
Nice. I like that.
Who feels it knows it.
Remember from last week, in this world, you have to have belly and balls. As Mr. B said, you have to have belly and balls, right? So trust me, that caller just started. He make some I wouldn't say valid, but tremendous points. You know?
So let me ask you a question. Playing talk about manners. You have children, isn't it?
Yes, I have a daughter.
You have a daughter. I'm not going to put you on the spot or anything like that, but have you been with anybody more than 10 years older, 10 years younger than yourself?
Now, well, for me, just to answer, for the sake of Trinidad and Tobago, I like what I like. I'm not a picky person. I'm not really all judgy to say really age and all that kind of thing. But for me, I don't think I ever passed 6 years or at least 6 to 10 years older than I am. And I would say that at the point in time from the age I was, but now I look for, like I'm more close to my age bracket. If it's 5 years under, at least 5 years above. That is me now. That is just me.
Probably because I am a little older.
You mean a little what?
Oh, wow.
What are you doing, man? You mean a little?
Oh, wow. I go laugh at that. Oh, wow. Yes, a little older, brother.
Is that salt in your bed?
Hey, watch me. Salt and pepper better. Salt and pepper better. Anyway, we are 2 clips.
Yes, we are the clips, man.
Yes, man.
Before we get into that.
So, Mr. B, you made mention, right, of your son, of some of the things that he was doing. We want to go into it a little more. Do you think that he's jealous? Do you think that he is worrying about what could possibly happen in your demise, if he would be getting the house, if he would be getting the land, whatever the case is? What do you think is driving your son or sons to be so harsh to you and your new common-law wife?
Well, I will put it in an easy way, make life easy because of what's going on, right? It's not some people not understand the situation, right? But again, too, house creates a lot of problem. Not much in land, but house, right? So you always said you wanted to put everything in his name. So I want to call him, right? And I think that I'm going through, right? My wife is young, right? And the jealousy is that at my age to have a young wife, it just that I could still pick up somebody young. Right?
It hurts him.
It hurts that I could still pick up somebody.
Right.
So in his situation, I should be single and disengaged. I have died. You just said I would never say sick. I'm still healthy and strong. But so, which means I should be by myself and depend on them, which I'm not doing.
So were you married before?
I did married before.
And your wife?
No, that time I married, we divorced.
Okay.
But my 2 children who not with me, that is my common wife, she died.
Okay.
And I remain a bachelor since that until I become with this girl 5 years old.
Okay. But please accept my condolences on behalf of us.
I accept.
Regardless of what happens here, what do you want to tell your son going forward? Regardless of whether or not you are the father or not, what do you want to tell him? Look at the camera and tell him.
I am so proud to be here because I have the belly and I have the balls to do it. Right? It's one of the men who cannot go through this. Because I am here and I'm proud to do this just to prove myself. Whether I am negative or positive, I am here to prove my positivity. Right? And as I will say, and I will always say it, what I am doing here, what I go through, no man, or very few men that have the balls and the hard stones, right, to do this. Not all men could stand and take a good horn and kill. Many people, many men could go and commit a crime or something, right? But I feel to myself, if you get it, you might drop dead the same thing.
All right. Well, folks, there you have it. Mr. B has had his say. Some very difficult and harsh words, but nonetheless, this is life, and sometimes life just life. All right? So it's your boy Smitty, Daddy's Maybe, from Jiggles Entertainment on the HODP network. Stay tuned for the results. It's going to be a big one. So, for those of you who was not on the live last week, you saw what it is we were dealing with, what we had to go through to get the paternity done and whatnot, and the scathing words that came from Mr. B. As we like to say in the background, it was licks. Licks. He had a lot to say. And this part I really had to ask. Is it something with Trinis to automatically assume, think, or actually happen that the children, the parents to go their way so that they could get land and all those type of things? Because he apparently believes that. Mind you, we're not saying that. Mr. B said that it's not land. He said it was house. Is that a Trini thing? Is that something that as soon as you grow up, that's what you're looking for?
You're looking for that level of stability.
Well, of course, Joshua. But you're telling me that what's the balance? Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? The parents' happiness or stability for your family when you're supposed to done move out? What?
Are you watching what's going on here? And all you who listening and who viewing over there right now, all share the live.
Please.
All share the link.
Share the live.
And get people to come on board.
Please.
And the number again to call is 476-7115. And the number again 476-7115. And trust me, this network here, right now, bringing truth and bringing reality to all you. Trust me, we hot off the press with Jiggles Entertainment all you. And this is Daddy's Maybe. So we have some comments to read as well. And also we have the results.
Yes, we have the results.
Are coming soon. And I'm watching this comment here.
We have somebody?
This bothering me for the longest while, right?
What's that?
Where someone says she is not his common law wife, basically. And
okay, well, we're not going to read that.
You're sure?
We're not going to read that.
You're sure?
No.
Because then somebody says here,
no.
He was
No. We're not reading that. We're not reading that either.
It have someone says that this is no way that this man can be the father for them two children. This one says, yes, this whole situation is very disturbing.
Correct.
Well, guys, watch me. We are going to, because as you can clearly see, you're seeing myself here and you're seeing Mr. Joshua here. There's no one sitting next to him and we don't have anybody in the background. So which means that we have to call to give the results to Mr. B. All right, so we have the results here. Thank you very much.
All right. Mr. B? Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Yeah, we here. You're live, man. You're live.
Is this Mr. B?
Yeah, this is his son.
Okay.
Hey,
all right. Chief.
Yep.
Chief, we ain't going to call no names. We'll call you Chief for now. All right?
Yeah.
All right. So apparently we don't have Mr. B on the line. That's obvious. What's going on? How come we don't have Mr. B on the live? Is everything all right on our side?
Currently he is in the hospital. After he got his third stroke, he complained about some tightness in his chest and can't breathe properly. So he's in Carlton Augustus Long Hospital.
Ooh, sorry to hear that.
Yes,
man.
sir. We are genuinely sorry to hear that, because
Speedy recovery.
as we always say here on HODP and Jiggles Entertainment, we've had a few conversations. You know that we are here for family and to give men a space. So whatever it is that you're going through, our hearts go out to you, our prayers go out to you and your family. All right. So we did say that we have the results. However, we need to find out from you. You heard, you saw, you listened, and people would have come and told you certain things. And you yourself said for us to go and find out. And we did. We went and we asked questions. So let me get your feedback on what you heard, felt, saw. Now, how are you feeling from listening and watching our show and what your father had to say?
Well, on my terms, after I saw the video, I was very stressed in the terms. My wife was very depressed because though some conversations was brought up that was never occurred, which was fabricated in terms of saying I spoke to him and I told him I can't get my wife pregnant. She was in depression because a year and a half previously we did got a miscarriage due to the frustration of what was being applied by my father through other issues, and we lost that child. And when she saw it, she actually was very depressed for a couple hours. Actually, for the whole day, she was crying, and I didn't appreciate it in that terms. Also, where he said that I was jealous of him. I saw a comment, and I do applaud the comments where he's saying it's not jealousy, it's probably the child, his son is protective, knowing that how manipulative the young lady is, where people who know him would have also commented and said that she's for his money. And yes, I am in contact with the person who states that he is the father of the child, as well as the woman who says, the current mother, who says that he is the father as well, where she tells everyone that the guy is from Granville and that is the father. I was also very disappointed when he said that I told him put everything on my name, where every single one of my siblings and my siblings and my mother as well knows that I keep on telling them, lamenting each time, do not put my name on anything, because when I die, I'm being buried in somebody else's land. Let it belong to every single one of the family where they have a place to come to and rest their head in times of trouble, right? And right now, since he is in the hospital, I am the only person that is actually up and down, going to help him in every single way, being the only one with a vehicle to be going around and trying my best. And his wife, she will just, or his common law wife will just keep on running away, going by her parents, taking all the money and leaving him and leaving everything for my biggest brother, who will clean the house and take care of him, and myself will be visiting in the hospital right through and spending money on everything. And she's nowhere to be found.
Wow. So basically what you're telling me is that, or telling us, because this is a lot of information to take in, that Mr.
You're
B...
kind of soft, right? So you have to speak up a little bit, please.
Say that again?
You're kind of a little soft. I'm just struggling.
Okay. I'm basically telling you that we are genuinely sorry to hear, because this is a lot of information to take in. We're genuinely sorry to hear the kind of things that you're going through now with your father, because we wasn't expecting for him not to be here. Yeah.
Your father's even being in hospital right now.
That is true.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah, of course.
Chief.
Yeah.
Could you relate to us from your point of view and your viewing, right? How did your father and her meet? Like, where was the
common law wife?
Yeah. How did you hear about the whole meetup now? How did it all began?
It's confusing into this aspect, right? So when she has her number, she has her phone number, he has her number. So when I call her, she would hang up. No answering until afterwards she would say, my father tell her leave and go by Shimoda because he can't take care. And when afterwards I speak to my father, he would say, she run away and gone. And she took his wallet and these items, right? And we don't know who to believe, because when afterwards two of them are back in the house together, there's a different story than what two of them have said.
So, Chief, hear this, right? I think what Mr. Joshua is asking, because this is something that has been ventilated, and I ain't lying to tell you, I'm the host and I hear licks in the back of my head with this. He told us, Mr. B that is, told us that he has been with the common law wife for 5 years. That would mean that the woman, the wife, would have been around when she was 19 or thereabout, 18, 19.
Assuming.
How this happened? How did that happen? Did you guys not tell him, hey, this is, because if you are listening, a lot of persons said that it's inappropriate for a teenager, 18, 19, to be with such an older man. Did you all tell him anything? Was that inappropriate for you guys?
All right, so what happened is this. I was not around.
Okay.
You know, as children grow, they tend to go on different ways, and they tend to leave their parents, and their parents will live a different life, right? So no one else there to support with. I will say no one else there will common sense and morality.
Right.
And therefore my father was with the girl's mother first.
Wait, just now. Hold on. Just now. You said that your father, say it again for me.
My father was with the young lady's mother first. And they had a lot of arguments with this woman, and he ran her out the house. And this is what the story I was told by my siblings who was living there in Numa, my younger siblings, that he ran her out and tell her daughter to stay and assume the position of being his wife.
Okay, this is alleged, people. This is alleged. So we want to say that HODP as well as Jiggles Entertainment is not casting any aspersions on Mr. B. All right, this is. I can't say.
Before you continue, there is no right. So Jiggle Entertainment is not in fabricating anything. This is reality. When I returned home after a long while, and assume and get back a room, her mother used to come home, and both of them used to sleep in the same bed with him. And sometimes they would fight or who again which one night and who will quarrel and this and that. So with the information, it was knitted together to be the truth, because if you ask his common law wife currently, she will also admit that yes, that was what happened.
So okay, so I have to ask this question, because now you're making me think that I have to reevaluate a lot of the stuff that we were told before. Was Mr. B married before?
He, as my knowledge, I think he was married 2 times. I know he was married to my mother, an arranged marriage at the age of probably 15, 16 years old. to my mother from Guyana at 15 years old because of poverty reasons. And then I think he was remarried to my two younger sisters' mother.
All right. Okay.
Well, Chief,
Oh boy.
question. In your own personal view, right? Would you think that your father needs therapy?
Yes.
As of
yes.
No, in this state that he's already in, as you just said, he's also in the hospital as well, right?
He's currently in the hospital.
Yes, he is currently in hospital, and I believe what is one of the reasons why he is in the hospital is, as his brothers would have told him, he purchased this wholesale with the amount of stress to bring himself onto digging these pits for himself.
Say that last part. I didn't quite hear the last part.
Like, he brought the stress onto himself by digging himself into these situations without listening, because he would have said that we are aggressive with him. And I told him, I said, I have two morals. One, a guy should never go with somebody younger than his biggest child, or neither a woman, because it's disrespect to that child, and problems will come. And two, if you do end up choose to go with somebody younger, make sure it's somebody responsible that can help you grow when you cannot grow. Where two of you all can be a developing person, because a relationship is a joint thing, not how we handle the situation. And I told him that you have to choose your family or the girl. And if you choose the girl, you need to, your NIS and all your money will take care of that girl. And I'm not responsible or not, it is not my duty to take care of you and that girl. But if you choose your family, seeing that you're at an early age and you cannot work, I will have no problem with taking care of you and every single body in the house, if my younger siblings, if needed be. I give the choice between an adult and an
Chief, you had said something to me before, but there was a comment that I wanted to ventilate as well pertaining to how Mr. B speaks. There was that comment that I wanted to find out. Has Mr. B been hospitalized before, or is the comment that was sent to me pertaining to him drinking?
Drinking, right.
So
just to reiterate, you're speaking about alcohol, right?
Correct.
Yeah, in a sense, like, does he have a drinking problem?
Because what was sent, because you asked us to go ask questions, You asked us to go ask questions, and with all seriousness, when we try, a lot of people was reaching out to us, a lot of people was saying stuff to us, but at the end of the day, plain to our bad manners, when we sign an agreement with a client, our loyalty is to our client. We believe that our client is going to tell us the truth. That's what this forum is for. So we do not intend on slandering anybody's name, right?
Yeah.
So when it came to us, we were a bit, we put our hands behind our back in a way because we didn't want to even ventilate it. But why does he slur that much? Is it a drinking problem, or was he medically seen before?
So what I will say, my dad, along with a lot of people, is an alcoholic. And I will still say is, because even though he's in this situation, he would have given my brother money to buy alcohol, and my brother would have said no and buy aloe vera drinks for him instead. Even though he would say that the doctor say he should drink still. When I asked the doctor said no, there's no way he should be drinking nor taking sex pills. No.
Excuse me, he should not be taking what?
Sex pills, alcohol, and tobacco or nicotine.
Sex pills?
Yes. So even though he's in this situation, before he ended up in the hospital this time again, he has been purchasing a lot of Comagra.
Wow, this is a lot to and I don't think we have enough time. Let me
just quickly elaborate on the situation. So every single day before he got the stroke, he would purchase alcohol every single day, more than once. And he would say, if the doctor tell him it will kill him, he still drink it. Even after the first stroke, still assume he consumed alcohol. The second stroke, before the second stroke, he consumed alcohol. Even after, he would still consume up to the day before he got his third stroke, still consumed alcohol. And not in a little way. I'm talking about quarter to half glass of just raw alcohol.
So, Chief, before we give you the results, again, we had to ask the questions because these are the questions that people are literally inboxing us. These are questions that people are literally asking. For his well-being, because as we spoke before, this is a space that we try to assist men. If we were to assist by getting someone to call and advise, be a therapist of sorts, maybe a therapist, maybe a life coach, would you be open to it? Would you be open to it for everybody in the family? Would you be open to it?
Right. So, honestly, towards me, I wouldn't have the time, and I don't have the financial support to do that, as I'm tied to a lot of different financial situations. My brother, I don't think he would be open to that as well. My dad is basically the one who needs it a lot because, yes, I would admit, I have a lot of pent-up anger due how my father treated us, and keep on slandering our names, where he said that we running from all kind of things he said about us. And I will keep on saying, Dad, I forgive you, because that is the way I was taught as a Christian. I forgive you, and I'll be going, because I could tell you some stuff here where I found on his phone, where he gives somebody where I work in, what color vehicle I drive it, when I drive it, when I leave in, when my girlfriend, when my wife working, what time we leave to go online, what time we take any person saying, just message me when they leave in house, and we organize it. I found all these things on one of the cell phones already.
Organize it means what, boy?
I don't have to read and spell.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
And I even got messages we talking to Obia man and saying that I want my son and his wife to break up and leave the house, and I wish my son get a heart attack. All because I trying to tell him this young lady is not a healthy person for you and your family.
Chief, there's not many times that
I told him I know about it, and I told him, you are my father, I am forgiving you, and I'm praying that you recover and become a better individual, because a lot of people never get 3 strokes and survive. You are being given a chance by God. Change, please. But each time he's becoming a worse of monster.
So, Chief, right? You understand, right?
Yeah.
Are you interested in finding out the results right now? Because the results are in my hands, and I'm going to pass it to Smitty.
I am willing to, and I did admit to my dad, if it's his child, I will apologize to him and help him out. If it's not his child, he needs to make a decision.
So you're ready to apologize if it is? Yeah? You're ready to apologize if it is?
If it is his child, I will apologize to him and let him know I'm sorry for accusing of this stuff. I am willing to help you, because that means that is my sister. I will not turn away my sister. But if it's not my child, not my child, sorry. If it's not his child, I will clearly say that, Dad, you need to make a choice. Because I did tell him, I applaud you for taking care of a child that is not yours. If it's not yours, this is a respectable thing, as a lot of men do not do that. But do not use it to manipulate people. And that was my issue. Because he used it to manipulate people. He even used it to ask my wife to forge a document to state that his child, that she broke her hand to get money for the child. And my wife refused. And then a big bacchanal happened again over here.
Chief, let's not wait.
Let's get into
Let's not wait. Let's not wait. Let's do it. Everybody's waiting. Everybody wants to hear.
Okay.
So
all right. Okay. Guys, Chief, as it pertains to Mr. B and Sharina, that is the young lady's name, the little girl's name, the 2-year-old?
Sophia.
Mr. B is not the father. The probability of paternity is 0%.
You can repeat it one more time, please.
When it comes to the case Of Sharina.
Sophia. Sharina? Oh, sorry. I didn't know her name. I didn't know her name.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sharina. There's no percentage that your father
is the father. He is not the father of Sharina.
Okay.
There's literally the probability of paternity is 0%.
0.
Alright, this is something we already know. I thank you so much for your service. You went out your way and you did it, no matter what. I do thank you all so much for it. And it'll be good news to the correct father of the child, Mr.
You don't need to call his name. You don't need to call his name. You don't need to call his name.
Call the names.
But we do want, we implore you here at Jiggles Entertainment, HODP, we implore you to please, if he needs it, to reach out to us so that we can get him some level of assistance, some level of help when it comes to psychological. Mm-hmm. Because it does seem from all the things that you've been saying to us tonight that he may need some. This was a very trying case for us here. We thank you so very much for clarifying so many things, because you asked us to go and find out, and we did. We went and we found out the rumors, and we needed some level of clarification. And again, we just want to say thank you so very much for opening your home to us to come and ventilate this. I know it was not easy. So again, thank you so very much, Mr. Chief. Excuse me. Thank you so very much.
At the same time, now just remember, this is just for one of his daughters, right? So also keep in mind that there can also be a probability that the other child,
the other baby, because it's a baby,
that is there, could also still be his. So what I want you to also keep in mind is that have an open mind still.
So before you go, let me really ask a question here. Before you go, you said something to our producers and whatnot before about the love and care that you give to Sharina. Does this result change that? Because from my understanding, the mother runs away periodically and whatnot, but doesn't really have a place to stay. Does that change how you feel towards the child? And what happens now?
Correct.
At the beginning, we knew that it was not his child. So, as we still confirm that it's not his child, it would not change nothing, because she's a child. If you treat a child bad, you are a demon.
I want to give you a little clap there, Mr. Chief. I want to give you a little clap there, because
it doesn't necessarily be family by blood enough.
Yeah, and you and I family, brother. And you and I's family.
Yeah.
You know. I understand what you're saying, Chief. We thank you so very much from HODP and Jiggles Entertainment. We'll keep in touch.
No problem.
There you have it, guys. Wow. That is a lot of information to intake. As I said again earlier on, the number to call is 476-7115, right? And check out some of these social media platforms: IG, TikTok, HODP868, Facebook, YouTube is going to be hot off the press, right? And also YouTube and TikTok, Jiggles Entertainment. So we have some sponsors as well. Jiggles Entertainment is the sponsor right now, and we're looking.
Yeah, we're looking. We want you guys to come and sponsor. Do you see the impact that HODP and Jiggles Entertainment is having on our society? We are giving a place to men to talk. If we can do it, why is it that no other NGO, no other organization that claims that talks can't do it? Big up to Single Fathers Association, because they're probably the only ones that do it. Come on, guys, jump on board. If you want to reach us, you could contact Jiggles Entertainment on any social media platform. You could contact me, Smitty, personally at 316-3696. You could contact or send a what you call it? You can WhatsApp to 476-7115, or you can contact HODP 868 on Instagram, TikTok, Hot of the Press on YouTube. You can leave a comment and we'll reach out to you guys because we need the support. Whatever it is, all you want to give, we will take.
You have a voice that needs to be heard. Here is the place.
Correct.
And trust me, all you can't get better information. It's on legit, information.
Avex. You know Avex? You know Avex? You know Avex? It have a show. You suffer. It have a show that literally not connecting to the ground, and they have sponsorship down in the West.
Jesus Christ. So, we will get into that.
I don't know.
We will get into that.
I don't know.
So, guys, this is Daddy's Maybe, Jiggers Entertainment, HODP Network. It's your boy Xander and your guy Smitty. You'll just get some information there. So, tune in next week. We're going to have some more information for you guys.
Yes, we are going to.
And we have more clients to reach out to. You have a voice. Do you need to be heard? Here is the place for that to happen. HODP, Daddy's Baby.
Have you heard about Java Island? If you have not heard about Java Island, then I don't know what island you living on. It's your girl Aisha Wells, and you guys have been doing an awesome job with Hot Off the Press. You've been following all our content, you've been interactive, and I really appreciate that. But here's what I need all you to do. I need you to go to YouTube right now and search Hot Off the capital D Press and click the notification bell, like and subscribe, and tell your friends to be part of what's happening. You don't want to miss what's gonna go down on Java Island. And Aisha Wells, I have to laugh. At the time I was on radio, called the police. Some persons with tear gas. Now I want to apologize.
Java is here, and so HODP Network is about to take the energy right up, way up.
Mr. Bartholomew, to yourself and the paternity of Patrice.
With new shows, giveaways, laughter, and vibes.
So basically what happened was, I love
the new age of media with all of our announcers and DJs. Buckle up as we get ready to take you on a ride like never before to Java Island, where new age media comes alive.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you to break. I'm telling you to break. No.
What do you mean no?
It's going to be hot.
But that is not your business.
Let me take a break.
Off the Press.
What do you look for?
What
are you looking for?
A woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous, a woman that's going to be consistent, a woman that has a career and things going for herself, because I had the same thing going for myself, as well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty.
Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for The Aisha Wells Show on the HODP Network.